Hello there, Leo. This is your July 2020. So, Leo, looks like July is going to be full of a lot of opportunities for you. It also looks like there is employment, new employment coming, or something that is going to improve in your current employment status. There's also a situation that's going to bring or come about in reference to journey, traveling, dating. Um, it looks like parties, gatherings, invitations, birthdays. Something's coming up with a birthday as well. I also feel like for Leos, there's going to be opportunities for you to either shy away from somebody, try to find excuses to not have to deal with someone that you know is just going to bring you down or bring your mood to another direction that you're not wanting, a negative feeling for this person. So I feel like you're going to want to avoid somebody who's wanting a second chance or an opportunity with you. You're going to kind of weigh things out and decide that something's just not going to work. You've given it enough tries in the past, and you're finally kind of like one and done. You're done. There's going to be an opportunity also, Leo, for you guys to step into something new, train, educate, learn. Again, it keeps coming up, training. So something or someone is going to be training you, showing you how to do something. It could be something as simple as, this is how you make this recipe. This is how you make these muffins. This is how you do this job. This is the way you put this paperwork together. This is the way you do your billing or your financing. But some of you are definitely going to be very technical where money is concerned, numbers are concerned. So whether you're going to work in accounting, whether you're going to be doing something with billing, maybe it's debits, credits, things of that nature. There may be also something to do with warehouse that has to do with inventory as well coming up. I feel like there might be also an opportunity that gets you to an imbalance. Well, it's an opportunity, but it gets you to an imbalance with somebody. It creates not an argument, but a difference of opinion, so to speak, which may, test your patience a little bit. But I feel like these little quarrels or these little disagreements are going to show you something or teach you something as well. There's also something hidden behind the scenes that you're not quite aware of yet with somebody that you're friends with, somebody that you're close to, somebody that you may be more of an acquaintance with and trying to create a friendship with this person, but you may find out this person has hidden agendas, or this person has a mental health type of issue where they end up being very needy, or they end up always wanting a ego boost, so to speak. You'll kind of get tired of filling their needs because they don't tend to fill yours. You're going to find that this person who you thought was really nice is kind of like, your comment will be, they're pretty much nuts, or something's not right about this person. And you're going to say that. You're going to tell somebody those exact words. For a lot of you, Leos, you're going to have new goals coming up for the month of July. You're going to start putting things in front of you that you know you deserve, instead of being fearful of reaching out for opportunities and trying to reach a higher point. You're underestimating yourself in a lot of situations where employment is concerned. You know that you can reach up higher and you deserve better and you can do it, but somebody has given you negativity, or you've been self-sabotaging yourself and not allowing yourself to grow and keeping the ambition that you should have to reach your goals. So be careful. You also may be complaining about some pain in the lower back area or lower extremities in your legs over the next few days, the first week or two in the month of July. But I feel like this will pass. This has something to do with oxygen levels. It has something to do with blood flow. So exercise moderately. Be very cautious. Do walking instead of running right now for the first or second week. Get yourself acclimated back to exercising and moving. I also feel like, you're definitely wanting to do something. You're not the type of person, Leo, to sit still all the time. You're not the type of person to be a homebody. Although you do like being home, there's a lot about you that likes to keep moving, moving, moving. So just do everything in moderation. If you overdo anything, Leo, you're going to find yourself in a negative position. First card we start with today is the Knight of Wands. With the Knight of Wands, it talks about being very generous, being very kind, being very helpful. It also talks about taking a journey, traveling, going short distances for now. There's going to be somebody who may seem quite jealous around you or jealous of what you have. So be careful with that. Somebody else might be narrow-minded. They may not be able to expand their thoughts the way that you do, or they don't see the whole picture. Be careful, Leo, too, for yourself as you are traveling on these short journeys, that you're paying attention to where you're going, and make the decision carefully of who you're going with, because you may decide to take a trip with somebody who won't bring you back home, who may leave you where you are, and then you'll be stranded and have to find a way back. So be very careful with whom you're doing some traveling. That's your first card. Your second card comes up as the Eight of Pentacles. With the Eight of Pentacles, this is a great card. This card feels like it's got a lot of opportunity to it. With the Eight of Pentacles, it talks about employment, money, learning, and a trade. So as I said before, it's coming up exactly the way that I predicted in the beginning, saying that money is going to be very good for you coming up in the month of July. Probably toward the middle and the end of July, money is going to start increasing. Employment is going to be offered to you by the second or third week of July as well. If you are unemployed, if you are currently employed, then you can expect your boss to notice, pay attention to the work that you've been doing, and give you compliments or possibly a raise, bonus, or promotion. There's also talking about with the Eight of Pentacles, this card definitely, it feels like it's talking more about learning something. So your creative side is willing to learn something, take on something new, possibly a new trade, a new direction. You may be tired of everything that you've been doing for so long that it's time to change something up. You may stay at the same company but decide to work in a different department. So that's what that speaks of. The next card that you have is the King of Wands. Whoops. And the King of Wands, sorry, you guys. Okay, you guys, I guess it just doesn't want to stay up here. Hold on 1 second. All right. Now we got it. So, the King of Wands. So, with the King of Wands, thank you. We got it now, you guys. We got it now. So, the King of Wands is something that definitely talks about showing direction. King of Wands talks about being passionate about something that you're doing. It's saying that you're going to give your all into something that you feel good about, something that you feel or care about. Maybe it's a cause. Maybe it's children's hospital. Maybe caring about children that have cancer. Maybe it's about taking care of pets. Maybe it's something to do with the SPCA. Maybe it's something that you have a passion about. It could be even in addiction, in counseling, in recovery. It could be trying to help other people get to the next step or next level. But it also talks about you being a leader, not a follower. It seems like in the past, Leo, you've done a lot of following, trying to stay in with the crowd, keep up with the crowd, be just like everybody else. But now you've decided to take a turn and to do something that is more prosperous for you, something that's going to open up doors for you, something that's unselfish, something that's now for you. You've spent so much time trying to help and take care of other people's, which has put you on a setback or a backup, so to speak, that you didn't get to do what you needed to do for yourself, which has put you on a stall, so to speak, which means you're delayed. You should be further than where you are now, but only due to choices and decisions that you made in the past, people kept you stuck in a certain place. Now that you've freed yourself from those people and you're moving forward, avoiding people, places, and things, you're moving forward now and on your own journey. So as you look at this card with the King of Wands, the King of Wands is going to talk about you being a leader, being very noble, meaning that you're finally respecting yourself. You're finally able to hold your head up high on the choices and decisions that you're making. It's also talking about, again, being the leader, having people follow you. Instead of you following them, you're going to show them the right way to do things. You're going to show them it's better to be this way than the way that you were previously. So there's a lot of balance coming in for Leo. The next card comes up is the Four of Wands. And with the Four of Wands, this card definitely speaks about, let me turn it a little bit. This card definitely speaks about, dissatisfaction, okay? So you may be dissatisfied with something that somebody's doing around you, and it's a complete turnoff, and it makes you turn the other way. So be careful with that. That also could be love relationships. With your partner, there could be something that you're dissatisfied with, something about the way they communicate to you, something about the way they don't, do what you want them to do towards you, doing kind things for you. It's not that you want them to pay your bills. It's not that you want them to put money in your pocket, but you want them to treat you with respect. You want them to give you attention, and they're doing everything but that. So that's where this talks about here with the Five of Wands. It's definitely, talking about that. It also could talk about a lawsuit. There could be a lawsuit going on here. There could be something that needed to be filed or should be filed or was filed. There could be a lawsuit that is going to be coming up soon for court, getting litigation done. Also, there could be quarrels with the Five of Wands. There definitely could be quarrels going on, arguments, petty stuff, nothing that's major. Don't allow the small shit to delay you or keep you from getting to where you need to be. Okay? Accept something for what it is and move forward. Okay? Don't try to change anybody else. Just work on yourself. Accept people for who they are. With the Five of Wands, it's also talking about having courage. It's having the courage to say no, the courage to move forward, the courage and belief system that you deserve better. All right? Also, with the Five of Wands, it talks about competition. There may be somebody you feel is trying to compete with you for the attention from someone. If this is your partner and there is a third-party situation going on, understand that competition feeling is because you know that your partner has somebody else and they're not making a choice. They're not choosing one person. They're keeping their options open, which is creating a lot of imbalance for you. So, and your best bet on a third-party situation is to walk away from it and make the choice for them since they refuse to do so. Your last card comes up, and it is the Page. And when we speak about this Page of Swords, okay, the Page of Swords is definitely a very strong card, and it has a lot of opportunities for it. With the Page of Swords, this card can depict pretty much about grace, diplomacy, dexterity. It talks about, standing up for yourself. It talks about giving something all you got, giving a good try to something, staying strong. It's also talking about fighting off the evil spirits, fighting off negative people, fighting off the devil himself who tries to come towards you. The minute the devil sees you doing well, he is going to try to knock you down, and it's going to be your choice and decision on whether or not you fight him and use that weapon that you have, that sword, to stab that devil and get him out of your way. Now, that is not for people to go and stab anybody. That's not what I'm saying. But what I am saying is that you're going to block the negativity from coming in. You're going to be able to move forward. You're going to stay strong in the month of July. It's showing that in the month of July, jobless people will get jobs. It's talking about people who already are employed may decide to go to a different department or do something a little bit different in the same company or within the same company. Some of you may, in fact, leave that company and go to a whole different job. That's true. But for majority of you, it's changing something in the situation you're already in. It's also about talking about being a leader, not a follower, for the month of July. You're going to get grounded during the month of July, and you're going to build a very strong foundation. Love and relationships are going to work themselves in probably closer toward the end of July rather than the beginning, because in the beginning it's going to be all about you, your finances, your determination, your goals. It also speaks about here that there's a lot of Leos that may feel like they're indecisive about something, having trouble making a decision about something, whether it's about which job to take, which offer to go for. Try to work and think things out this time. Instead of taking something very quickly that may not work out for you in the long run, make sure that job fits you well that you decide to take. Make sure the location is good. Make sure the money is good. Make sure the people around that job area are good. Because if you work in something that's negative or has negative people around it, it is only going to end in disaster, and you know that in the beginning. So rather than waste your time, rather than get yourself in a setback mode where you're going to have to pick up all the pieces again and start over, it's better off to make the right decision without pressure, without rushing, so that you know that that's exactly for you. Trust and believe if that job is for you, it will wait, it will be there for you. It is meant to be. God will open those doors. The ones that aren't meant for you will come in very quickly and want to tease you and make you think they're the best job you should get, best job you should take, and find out that you'll get disappointed, that you'll get a setback, and that you'll be very upset for the month of July. So please, try to avoid certain things. Remember, moderation is the key.